Well, short little update. I haven't done one of these this season yet. I guess first you can see the chunk of this tree I cut down. Uh, that these whole trees need to go. They're doing terribly. But anyway, more importantly on the garden stuff. Yeah, the beds are going super well. I redid all of the irrigation, so we finally have functional ones everywhere. I changed the. Where the heck is it? There it is. That setup, it had way too strong of a flow inhibitor, so I wasn't getting good irrigation, so we fixed that. But yeah, so this will be the herb bed, but as you can see, there is a lot of herbs in there. That is entirely cilantro. I let the coriander go to seed, and I didn't pick it all up, apparently, so we'll have to thin that out, but we're going to keep a lot of it, because that was great, and obviously did very well. I'm doing fennel for the first time in several years. I'm really excited. These are doing crazy good. This is from seed, as are these leeks. It's really cool. I didn't have great luck with them from seed before, so it's kind of cool to see that. Going to be adding irrigation to the grow bags because it's a pain in the ass to water them manually, so we're going to fix that, but for right now haven't. These beds are all fallow. The strawberries are already back and running. These were mostly dead. I cleaned them all out. Almost all of them are vigorous. That was like 2 leaves a week ago. It's already flowering, so that's doing crazy well. My seeds did super well, so I have some extra cabbage here. And you can see I'm clearly not set up for these beds yet, but this is my brassica tent. I've never done the tent before, and it's been so much better. I haven't had to worry about pests at all. But I'm also experimenting with much tighter spacing. So you can see these lettuces are really tight, but they look like they're going to be fine. They're going to overlap, but that's more than okay. The arugula may get shaded out. We'll see how that goes. But these are mostly cabbages, and then 4 of these are different broccolis. So that's really cool. I've been eating a shit ton of cabbage, so that's really fun. These are my bok choys that were not doing well, but they have gone crazy, which is good because I have a funny little problem. This is also going to be the potato bed, and you can see the potatoes are up everywhere, but we also have this little problem of I assumed the bok choy would get more time. It did not. So we are popping up everywhere with the potatoes. So we'll see. If the bok choy starts to get too crowded, I'll just eat it. I mean, this is enough to eat right here. It's probably like a quarter of a portion, but you know, throw in a stir fry or something. But yeah, potatoes are doing crazy. All the leafy greens doing really good. It is pretty much put everything in the ground time. I'm going on vacation for a week next week, so that means this Saturday is everything I have is going out. Tons of peppers and stuff, and then I'm going to reuse the tomato trellis that I haven't used in several years. I'm doing a bunch of cherry tomatoes just pretty much for snacking, because full-size tomatoes never do well for me. But yeah, but I have a Jesse here. The other stuff is also doing super well. The irrigation I set up on all these pots has been the best thing that ever happened. Those are bachelor's buttons, there's lavender, dahlias, all sorts of stuff over there. I got some spring onions in the greenhouse. I bought too many onions. Every single one of these is a regular yellow onion. They're gonna die. There's nothing I can do about that. But I did a bunch of planting. This is mostly flowers, some gourds, like loofah and mini Chinese gourd, but that's kind of it. But this is super fun. The garlic was so late this year, but then went nuts. So these kind of cool looking ones, this is all elephant garlic, and this is your regular music, which does super well. But this is what I'm, I think, the most excited about. These are those onions that I put in, and you can see some of them are huge, and this is all from some of them are transplants. A lot of this is from seed. The bigger ones I actually started. Some of them died out. But, yeah, and I have them everywhere. Pretty much anywhere I could stick an extra one, I threw an extra one. But then I did my first PTP. So these are off to the races. This is going to climb up. That'll be really fun. The beets have started coming. So this will be all beets. The carrots. Oh, I'm so excited about the carrots. You can kind of see them everywhere. Carrots are infamously hard to germinate. So the fact that I got them up and running is awesome. And this is a lot of carrots. In fact, I'll probably have to thin them out. Mostly maintained the rows a little bit. But then another whole section of onions, which is really fun. I did not have much luck even with onion sets last year, and these are doing super great. So I'm expecting to actually get a good harvest. All my spring onions came up from last year, but you can see they're bolting. I think these are an every other year bolt. So I'm just letting them do their thing. If I get seeds, cool. There's plenty to eat still. I got more prepped, so. But here's my new thing, and you can, the circle is not circle. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna be putting brick around it. But this is my peach tree. I put this in a couple weeks ago. It's super healthy. Shockingly, it is fruiting already. Kind of wild. I'm not gonna let it fruit, I don't think, because it's kind of small. And then honestly, like 60% of this is going. I'm gonna be cutting it pretty much right here. And any branch that isn't like 45 degrees is getting cut, because these need to be aggressively pruned, and I'm kind of close to the driveway, so I'm gonna prune, like, you know, essentially this whole side and keep it flowing that way. I wanted to, just in case, if I wanted to put another tree in here someday, but I doubt it. But yeah, oh, one final thing, I gotta weed this really bad, but my milkweed is doing super good. It looked dead. This was effectively the canes that were up and very dead. And I was like, oh no, I lost the plant. And then clearly I didn't. This is like, and it even's coming up in other places. So this is a crazy amount of growth. That'll be all milkweed, hopefully. We haven't had butterflies in a long time, so I am very hopeful to start seeing them again. But yeah, I guess, you know, a few other things. Again, nasturtiums are up and running. Some of these never popped, so these are going to be stuff I have growing downstairs, which is fine. These are, they kind of look like weeds, but they are in fact poppies. These are super toxic though, so I don't actually know if I'm going to keep them. We'll see. We got some pins that only came up on one side, which is fine. I'll just spin it and put something else on this side, and it'll fill out and look really pretty. And more nasturtiums that are not doing amazing. It's still kind of cold for nasturtiums, so there's a fair chance that these just die. And if they do, that's okay. Nasturtiums are super easy to get and put back. So yeah, we're off to the races. Super excited. It's looking like it's going to be a really great season.